Here are some of our common documentation opportunities that we see. Unclear, conflicting, underlying cause of the impairment, lack of documentation to support deficits, inconsistent physician documentation with the pre-admission screen, or inconsistent physician documentation with other providers in the same record. And sometimes they conflict with themselves. Common opportunities, drill down a little bit more, and this is common in our audit reports, is potential that there was lack of identifying all existing conditions, associating medications to diagnoses, interrelating conditions, validating test results and infectious organisms, documenting daily changes, providing the status of conditions as current or resolved, providing the specificity of conditions, and using unapproved abbreviations. All of those can impact payment, not to mention the way in which your coding staff and or your PPS coordinator staff can interpret the information that the physician is documenting and then get those codes on the IRF-PAI and the claim form. Common overall opportunities that cause these problems, in addition to the documentation, is silos within our organization, ineffective processes, lack of communication, lack of knowledge by coding or PPS coordinator staff, and then coding opportunities. I would say overall, when we do medical record audits and we're looking at the coding, I might be called in because there's a compliance issue, but we're looking at the coding and we're looking at the clinical documentation. As you saw, 48 out of the 50 facilities had opportunities. It is an ineffective process and a lack of knowledge that is causing the payment impact and allowing risk to the organization. So I would say the number one way in which you can pull things together is to grab your team and start educating, because once you get them educated, then they are able to correct it internally. Now, this is what it all looks like. Notice the lines between all of the positions. All of these positions need to be in open communication. Silos do not work. How can you make an impact and change the outcome? Evaluate your processes, coding and clinical documentation. Hire an external consultant to validate accuracy and process flow. Educate those key players. Educating those key players first, like I said, helps to identify those opportunities and risk, and also to get instant buy-in, open communication between the different levels of staff. Just as we end up today, I want to let you know we are partnering with Mary Free Bed Academy to bring 2 trainings that are critical to your success. First, our IRF Pro Lab is for all staff, okay? Your PPS coordinators, your coders, your admission liaisons. We've had physicians in the class. This course will break down those silos and help to open communication between the different players. It is invaluable to do that. In fact, one program shared with us after taking our IRF Pro Lab that they increased revenue by $25,000 per week. That is just over $1 million a year. Are you leaving this on the table? And second, there's the ICD-10-CM coding course for PPS coordinators. This is a 20-hour training. This teaches your PPS coordinators not only the details of ICD-10 coding, but how to have those discussions with the coders, because I tell you, there's miscommunication all the time. And I know of some PPS coordinators who are coding the ICD-10 diagnosis code, and it gives them the knowledge that they need to have, as well as the confidence to assign those codes appropriately. Why not change the peg? Lower your risk, improve accuracy, gain confidence in the numbers, and sign your staff up now. Just one improved case, if it's the right one, could pay for 10 or more employees to attend. Click the link to get more information. Your balance sheet will thank you.